Before I ask you to pose questions to Mr. Knapp, I would like to start with a question based on the example which you have just given. So, IT protection in Germany. Why do you think that it is insufficient? Is Germany in a unique position, or what is our position if you compare it to other countries? Well, this is a very rough and vague statement that IT protection is insufficient. I'm referring to the entire German society and industry. Big companies on the one hand, and certain industries, of course, focus on internet security. They deal with these issues very intensively. Major banks, for example, they of course deal with security, but the broad mass of small and medium-sized companies have not recognized the danger yet and are not investing enough. And if they are investing, then this is limited to the classical tools that everybody know. You have a virus scanner, of course. But let me give you an example. Nobody is incorporated into a network, into these computer emergency response teams, which are really able to give out early warning. So this networking of society, also in the sense of an early warning system where you have different sensors that you install in the industry, these are things that are being discussed, but it's still far away from reality. And you asked me for international comparison. Of course, there is another state. When you have a look at the US, you do have this networking approach in the United States. No, this table is not taken away, don't worry. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to invite you to ask questions to Mr. Knapp. My name is Stefan Janssen. I am an IT service provider and therefore also interested in the security discussion. I just wanted to make the following remark. In Germany, we have many customers that love their products, they buy products, they have a virus scanner, but nobody tries to install them correctly. So customers do buy these products, USB sticks, firewalls, but nobody actually tries to find out how they are installed, how they are set. So there is a lack of certification in order to say, is it really correct? Do these systems work properly? Do these virus scanners work properly? Because you can turn so many screws in this system and nobody checks whether security is really provided. And I think this is a big problem. The customer thinks that he or she is safe, but he or she is not. This is a quasi-security, so to speak. Yes, I absolutely agree. But, as always, you cannot make the customer responsible for this alone. Here we have to inform the customers. We have to educate them. And, as I said, in the end, certification measures like ISO, you mentioned them, they are very comprehensive and sometimes also expensive. A small enterprise, which also has to deal with other issues, especially with the core business, these systems are not affordable. Therefore, you have to develop procedures and systems that allow tackling this problem very quickly and very precisely. This seal, which we have introduced yesterday, is one approach, but not the only approach. Consultancies and system houses, I think they have a great task to fulfill in the future. Yes, it is clear this issue has not been solved yet, and we should not satisfy ourselves with this quasi-security. Any other questions? Mr. Knapp, I have one burning question to you. From your perspective, where does IT security start and where does it end? Well, I hope that I made this clear because I am absolutely convinced that IT security starts in the minds of decision makers, in the minds of managers, of the boards, and based on this they can develop concrete measures, be it technology, organization, processes, what have you. That was the first part of the answer. Where does IT security start? Where does it end? Well, it's endless. We cannot achieve 100% security. This is impossible everywhere. It is a constant race against crime, against those who want to really cause damage. You can just establish a certain degree of protection. So it is an ongoing process which has to be assessed constantly. So obviously there's no target, there's no end, but you have to deal with the new scenarios and challenges. Well, Mr. Knapp, thank you very much for this interesting paper, for sharing your views with us. I cannot say that this was really calming, but you made us aware of the problems that exist. Thank you.